Good day, ladies and gents, and welcome to My Bourbon is Older Than Your Teammate. Today we're doing a short video on a compare and contrast on Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2, Overwatch 1.5, Overwatch Neo, Overwatch 2-ish. I'm Tinsoldier, and let's take a look at the differences between the beta and Overwatch 1. So if you're looking at giving this a try, I suggest you head over to battle.net and sign up on the Overwatch 1 page. They'll have a link that you can opt into the beta right off the bat. If not, you can head to Play Overwatch and sign up on the website there. It'll end up redirecting you to battle.net, but that's where you get it done. The beta started around June 28th, and it's going to end July 18th, so if you're late getting into the game, you have another 10 days from now, from the 8th of July, which is when this is being recorded, to sign up and give it a go. The beta is across all platforms, so if you got a PS4, PS5, or make sure you head on to your PlayStation and take a look there to sign up. Blizzard has not updated the game engine, just so you know. So when you do look at the footage, you can quite clearly see that they're pretty much the same game. The only thing that has really changed is the UI and the scoreboard, at least that I can tell. I found that loading up the two games, I really couldn't tell just by looking at the game itself, which is kind of disappointing, but the engine is a little old. It is a little dated, but at the same time, it still is providing a very good game, and it's the graphics are really actually not terribly bad. I say that. I mean, they are a bit cartoony, and that's kind of Blizzard's style, so that the game will last your ages and play on different levels of systems. So you don't need a full gaming system with a 3090 to run the game, which is, you know, the majority of players aren't playing on high-end systems like that. They're just playing at 1080p. They're not like me, where I want to game at 4K and 144 hertz as best as I can. Now, there have been two new champions added to the game already. One is Junker Queen, which you'll see in this beta, and Sojourn, which you'll also see in the beta. The third one has not been released yet, and I'm suspecting that it'll be a support character because we have our tank and we have our damage dealer. I like playing tanks, and Junker Queen feels okay. I'm not a hardcore Overwatch player, but she fits right into the mold of how other characters and other tanks play right now. So realistically, you have no worries about picking her up and trying her and getting used to her right off the bat. I have seen reports that people would like to see her a bit bigger, that she doesn't really fit the tank mold for size of characters, and maybe that is right. She does feel a little bit small when you're standing next to Reinhardt, so maybe that is something that can be updated in the coming days before release. How do the characters feel? I feel like the movement of the characters has been updated. I could be very wrong on this, but with each game you have a gravity setting in the game that makes the character feel like they're, I don't know, two times their weight on Earth or lighter, that kind of thing. And I feel like when I was using Lucio in Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2, I felt he was lighter in Overwatch 2. I felt it was easier to climb on the walls and skate across the walls, and his movement was a lot faster in and around the objectives. I mean, I could be very wrong on that, and it could just be one of those feelings with a new game or loading into a beta versus playing in a released game, but that is what I felt. Another thing that we've noticed is that it feels like you take damage faster, but that damage is healed back faster. I would say that considering that you are losing a character in the game, so going from 6v6 to 5v5, that would make sense. You're going to do more damage, but your healers are going to heal up faster because you don't have that extra tank, you don't have that extra, you might not have that extra damage dealer, you might not have that extra healer that is going to mitigate damage, do damage. So it would make sense that if you're only running 2 damage dealers versus 2 tanks, 2 damage dealers, 2 healers, and now you're running 1 tank, 2 damage healers, or 3 damage dealers, and a healer, that you would want that tank to be healed up faster from your support and mitigate more damage. That being said, you want more damage incoming because of that amount of healing that you're going to get back. I feel like it's something that has changed, and that's not just for me. If you actually take a look at our podcast, we had talked about that initially with Overwatch 2 feeling in beta, both me and Wheatkings. PvE. So for those of you that are ex-TF2 players or Team Fortress Classic players, and you like the man vs. machine mode with PvE, the PvE content is coming, but it is delayed. So 2023, Overwatch 2 will release its PvE content. There's no set date on that, but the multiplayer will be released October 4th. Going back to being ex-TF2 and ex-TFC players, we're getting a new mode in Overwatch 2, which is push. So I don't know if you remember, Team Fortress Classic had a push mode where you had a soccer ball in the center of a map and you had to push it to the net. Overwatch 2 has done its own spin. There's a robot in the center of the map and you need to push it through the map. So you're not carrying it through the map like you were with the soccer mode in Team Fortress Classic. You are pushing the robot on a distinct path through the map as dictated by the developers. It's a very fun map mode. I really enjoy it. I think if you have enjoyed all the other modes in Overwatch 2 or Overwatch 1, it's not going to change for you. You should enjoy it for sure. With that comes a host of new maps for both the push mode and for the other modes. Right now they're nicknamed New York, Rome, Toronto, Monte Carlo. They all have place names, so probably as we get closer to release and maybe beta a little bit further, we'll actually get map names for those as opposed to the code names that they are. To end off, again, 3 new characters, Junker, Queen, Sojourn, and the 3rd still to be announced. So I have some footage here, guys, that you can take a look through, and you can see that how closely Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2 are. That being that it is a free-to-play game and it is merging Overwatch 1, don't be surprised. There's nothing groundbreaking here, but if you're a fan of Overwatch 1, you're gonna I think you will like the updates that Overwatch 2 brings. A little sad to see it go to 5v5 from 6v6, just because I like that additional feel of having an extra tank and like 2 tanks, 2 healers, 2 damage. I'm not sure how the pros play it, but that's what I've been enjoying. You'll get used to the 5v5 really quickly. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you turn on notifications so that you can be notified anytime we put out a video. Look forward to our next podcast, which will release Wednesday or Thursday next week, where we're going to talk about the reveal of Skull and Bones and how you ended up in the Steam sale. For the time being, you can watch My Bourbon is Older Than Your Teammate, our podcast that we already talked about, Overwatch 2. Have a good day, guys, and we'll catch you later. Peace.